vision and mission of the DRPF Worldwide. This is a one family, right? So what is the main purpose for the humanity?
The first one is to awaken the teacher within. The universal knowledge is within us. How to tap into it? That is number one. Number two is experience is the only truth. Your experience is your truth. It is taking you through your journey. And why experience is the only truth, In this world, we are educated with programming. This is how you should feel, this is the result, this is the guarantee, this is the claim, so on and so forth. Here, we want to follow a deprogramming method. And by deprogramming, I mean just follow the guidance which we are giving and see what your body experiences. Every body requires something different. Sometimes physically for Zaya, sometimes maybe mentally for me, emotionally for Betty. So it is vast. You have to be open. And the third one is to take all of humanity together. All of us, as a group, as a community, as a family. The more we can help people in this way, it's literally lessons of life, how to live your life. The younger you learn it, the better. Should I do this? Should I not do this? Overthinking, to come out of here and come into here. That process, this is the most important mission and vision to be in our heart.
So now, more about DRPF and the ASMF science. When it was being developed or discovered, or based on what, what experiences? Because you just said the true experiences
of
on
course.
The truth, right?
Okay, so of course this is my father's experience. I hope to do justice to the story, okay?
Yeah.
The journey started before I was born. So the journey involves my mother. And she developed rheumatoid arthritis after the second child, so my sister. And both parents, doctors, father orthopedic trauma, mother pediatrician. And at that time, the medicine for this diagnosis was anti-cancer drugs. And being doctors, they knew the side effects of it. And they said, it's not good, especially when they're in the reproductive stage of life. So they were looking, and doctor said, how can nobody know the cure for this disease? What is the root cause? So that's when he, there were other people who said, you should look into these alternative methods of energy healing and all of that. He said, okay, a little bit skeptical, Okay, so anyhow, he said, okay, I will explore because, the medicines are only for the symptomatic cure. It is not curing the root cause. So he said, okay, let me explore. It's my wife after all, right? And that's how the journey began. A lot of different modalities, one of them being Reiki also, for example. And all of this started helping my mother. So at that time he said, if I can help my wife this way, why should I give these prescription medicines to my patients? What is the need? Okay, so that is his exploration, his curiosity. It grew, and step by step, many years, in understanding many different things. But he found a limitation, a restriction somewhere. For example, some of the modalities where you have to give your energy to the other person to help them. And he said, why? Why my energy to help them? They have the potential, right?
Yeah.
So that is when his inward journey, he started exploring to realize what it is that needs to happen. And as a doctor, he just thought of it in a very simple way. He said, okay, if we get a cut, it clots and heals on its own. Okay. Second, if the bone breaks, I'm orthopedic, I put it together, plaster it, but the bone heals on its own. So there is a potential, there is something there already. The instruction, the mechanism is already present within the person. Okay, so this is how he said that we need to develop that path which is there. And which is the biggest? Is it the mind or is it the heart? And important is the heart. And why? Because, for example, for all of you listening to us, imagine yourself walking on a street alone. It is dark. Nobody is there. And you feel somebody is there behind you, following you. You feel and you turn around. The difference is feeling. The feeling comes from the heart. The field of the heart is much bigger. The brain, on the other hand, will only calculate based on seeing something or actually listening to something. Then it will say, okay, something is following you. And that is why the heart, the journey into the unknown anatomy of the heart, that is
Explored, right? Explored by...
Yes. One more example. Multiple choice question, exam. Okay? And you're thinking, oh my gosh, what is this answer? I have a feeling, and it comes here, right in the gut. This is the answer. Okay? And then after you finish the rest of the paper, then you're like, is it or is it not? And then you decide to erase it and you mark the other answer.
Right.
And then when you get the result back, your first answer was correct.
Yeah.
It has happened to almost all of us. And the first one was right because that was the gut feeling. And the gut feeling is from the heart because the heart is in the center, tilted to the left, which is why the feeling comes in the stomach area. So, trust.
Yeah.
Good?
Yes.
Is this a good explanation of the story?
Yeah.
So more than 40 years now, doctor, on this path? How long?
Around 86, almost 40. But his curiosity always to understand more was much before when he was in college, always asking questions. Why? How does the body know it has to do this? The brain gives the signal. How does the brain know? Teachers used to be like, no, this is in the book. That's all.
Yeah.
No answer after that. So that curiosity was there much before.
So can you please introduce about yourself?
Sure. Okay, so my name is Nikhila Tarini Ramesh. I am Dr. Ramesh's daughter, youngest daughter. And it's been a privilege and honor to be following in his footsteps. He's a doctor by profession, orthopedic and trauma surgeon. And, it's a long story of how he changed into finding the way to heal yourself. And what I knew as a child is helping others.
Yeah.
That was my love, that was my happiness. I got ultimate happiness from helping others, and that was the goal. So I'm happy that the journey, whatever the journey is, brought me here, and I am the CEO of DRPF today, the master teacher. I studied at Drexel University in the US. I did international business and marketing, and I also did a minor in dance. And before all of this, I did a bachelor's in Indian classical dance as well.
So DRPF Worldwide. What, and the same time also thank you, NGO in Mongolia. We all. So what we are giving actually to the people.
Okay.
And for the humanity in...
There are workshops that we teach, and one is in the self-transformation series, and the other is a consultant series if you want to be a consultant and work on one-on-one individuals.
Actually, Zaya's journey started because actually, before starting with this journey with us, right? Zaya also was very successful lady,
Right.
in the business
Of course.
aspect or the career aspect and everything. Actually, she was the most successful ladies in the country, right? And until that, she thought herself, I'm having a successful life. But once she did the 9-minute meditation, which we call 9-minute meditation, right? It's among the people, it's called 9-minute meditation. And so she does this exercise or the meditation once, and she felt something, like love, or somehow like love production.
Yeah.
What is it? The sparkling something, right? Sparkled something in. And then the curiosity came. What is behind this?
Yes.
Then, of course, she started following the other Shambhala and the other workshops, and so how she developed.
Beautiful.
So can you tell us about the 9-minute meditation, how it is started? That is the question.
Sure. So the exercise, this was the first time, right, when doctor came?
Yeah.
It was the public talk. First he just said, next time I come, organize the public talk. So he thought in the next trip. But next day they said, come on doctor, get ready. We're to go to the hall, right?
Yeah.
For what? Wait, didn't have anything planned. Public talk already ready. 1,000 people?
Yeah.
I was like, wow, this is a different type of publicity in Mongolia, how they call and contact everyone.
Very hard, right? Yeah.
Okay. Anyhow, and he said, oh, I'm not prepared. What would I do? So, anyhow, he went on the stage. He was honest. He told Betty, please tell the people, I don't know what I'm going to do today. And Betty said, sure, doctor. I will say this, doctor. Am I right?
Yeah,
Okay,
right,
super.
exactly.
Okay. And he said, yes. Okay. And that time there was a little commotion. Oh, what is this? Why have we come here, Then said, just be open. And on the stage, that time itself, what came to him, he guided through, and that was the exercise.
Exercise.
How it was born.
Right, exactly. Based on the 9-minute meditation experiences, okay, anyhow, like we all offer the 9-minute meditations, right? And some people meet with us and they say like, oh, I have done and I have experienced it. I did it 3 more times and then just left. Okay, it was okay. But some people say like, it's a part of my life now, the habit of my life. And so I'm doing and I'm benefiting it. So especially for the young people, we can call it exercise or the meditation or the focusing, right? So any word we can use for this exercise, or the main point is what is the benefit of doing this kind of meditation or the exercise or the focusing on?
Focus. The word focus. The importance of the word lies in the meaning. Whatever you do, the meaning has the vibration. Now, example. You have a baby. The baby starts crying. What is your immediate reaction?
You will take
I
her
just
first
run to the baby.
Directly. So you go,
And
your
get-
focus
Uh-huh.
moves.
Yeah.
And
Then-
this thing. Same way, our body, for example, when it's in pain, the pain is a cry for help. Please focus on me. Okay. It only starts hurting when the body already, the potential is always trying to heal, right, on its own. But when it is overdrive, that is when the pain becomes known to the person. So the different points in the exercise we take you to, and we tell you to bring your focus over there, your attention over there. So imagine one pencil. Can I break it?
Yes.
Okay. I put two pencils together. Can I break it? Maybe.
Yeah.
Little
Maybe.
difficult.
Little difficult. 3,
More.
more difficult, right? So the more you add the vibration, the more stronger it gets. This is phase conjugation, as she was saying. The vibration starts sitting on one another to strengthen it. And the point is not to do it when you're just in pain. Why to wait till then? Why not continue to enrich the different parts of your body? Always. Why is it only when there is pain? So same way, we need to communicate with ourselves. If our body is communicating with us through pain, it cannot talk. But pain is a communication.
Yeah.
So same way, you need to communicate with it. It's not odd at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
So you want to call it focus exercise, you want to call it communication exercise, you want to call it building a relationship with yourself, physical, mental, emotional.
Actually, you just explained about a little bit about the soul invisible anatomy, right? Can you a little bit explain about that? And plus, you just started adding the focus, attention, and awareness, breath, right? What is this all, right? So what is the power of this? A little explanation.
Sure.
And plus, how the knowledge applied to the tools which Dr. Ramesh created.
Okay.
So why they are so, because whenever the people having the treatment, using the tools, why they're having such an instant change? Not only the physical, emotional, also the mental level.
Right.
So how is it working?
3-4 questions in one go. Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay, Zaya. I
You must
forgive
open
you.
that.
Okay. First question was unknown anatomy. Basically, within the heart, there are different layers which are responsible for different aspects of our life. Whether it's our physical body, our energy body, mental, knowledge, bliss. So all these aspects are there. They're different layers, and of course when you come to the workshop you will learn where exactly to go, how to tap into it, and how to manifest, enrich and fulfill, because this is what we are doing all the time since birth, since conception. This is happening. The second you asked was focus,
Yes.
attention, awareness, breath.
Yeah.
Right. These instructions. Now, for example, awareness is our highest sense, right? When you know a problem, when you identify a problem, example, you're aware,
Yeah.
right? Second step is you take action consciously. Consciousness is next. Awareness, consciousness. And then you put your full potential, your whatever it is, your love, your trust, everything to do it. That is the energy. Awareness, consciousness, energy. Focus and attention belong to consciousness. Awareness is already there. Breath is energy. So, bringing the vibrations of these 4 things together to strengthen the potential in the certain areas which are taught to you during the workshop or the techniques, whatever is taught to you.
That's the
And we need to strengthen our awareness, consciousness, energy in order to manifest, enrich and fulfill. You know how sounds have vibrations?
yes.
Right? Okay. Now, example. Zaya, why did you do this? Zaya, why did you do this? So the tone, the vibration, the energy was given via the vibration. What is the emotion? Emotion is energy in motion. It touches your field. That's why you're like, you get scared when the anger comes. So this is why the vibration, the instruction, the tone, the sound, everything has an impact. It's like,
And
when
Drush, doesn't it?
sometimes you go to a crowded party, let's say, and automatically you know which direction you want to go. Oh, maybe not that side. You already have the feeling, what is the energy or their field resonating? What are you resonating? Do you want to go, like, if you know that these people seem like they're angry or not the right, it's because the heart is already giving that instruction. It's already feeling. That is the energy field, the heart field, and you're conscious about it. Then you're aware. Okay, and now that I spoke about resonating, right? When you go into nature, anywhere, whether it's the mountains, the forest, the ocean, the beach, whatever it is, how do you feel? In Mongolia, you'll have a culture also to go to the countryside and be there, right? So, self-similarity, the resonance. We are a holographic representation of the universe. Okay? In nature, in us, for example, in the solar system, all the planets are rotating around the sun. Similarly, in our cells, our atom, the electron is rotating. Correct. So this is a holographic representation. There is a self-similarity. Nature is in natural habitat. We humans are not in a natural habitat anymore. We are living in buildings, steel, cement, everything. One is the environment change, the education. We are being programmed. Lot of experiences, attachments, everything we are holding on to, which is what ends up creating blocks in our system. It's as simple as this, right? When you have a lot of body ache and you go to the sea and you put your feet in the water, it's salt water, immediately you feel lighter in the body, right? So now what the tools are doing, the tools have been processed with the technology of all the universe of awareness, consciousness and energy to represent the same thing, which is why when we do use the tools, your body recognizes, oh, this is my original state. So it is assisting. It is not giving anything. It is assisting, and it said, okay, this is how I was. This is how I need to be. So I will take the assistance and guidance of the tool to help release my blocks, to bring that movement back into its original state. But it has to start somewhere. Just like each one of us has a purpose in life, example, right? Each different tool has been given a purpose, which is why they say, why this tool, not for this, not for this, not for that. It is a certain set of instructions, the purpose each tool is developed with.
How we are born with different purposes. The MF is also born with the purposes.
Yes, of course. Okay, yes. So you can have a tool and it's just there. You can use it. That is the active. You cannot just get the tool and it's creating magic. No, the purpose is for you. You need the guidance. You have to use it. You need to take the assistance from it. See, tools are for people who need additional help. Example. And most of us these days need it. The additional help, right? But anyhow, this is the thing. To use actively is important. To connect with it, to communicate with it, build a relationship with your tool.
Exactly. That is very important. In addition, the teachers teach how to use it. And we learn from the source. And then we teach to the people.
Yeah, so even for example, maybe you've seen Zaya, for example, use the pen, the style. It's going a certain direction. That direction also is an instruction.
Some people understand about a little bit. Most people don't understand about the speed, the energy speed and all this. So for us, it's very important. Is like why our tools or the techniques or the meditations or what we call these workshops really in a very short time, in a high speed, like bringing a change in not only in a physical level but also in a deeper levels in the lives, right? So what is behind this? What is this speed? Can you talk more about this? What is this energy speed, or the consciousness has certain speed, might, right? And the awareness. So about the speed.
Okay.
Okay.
Very deep topic actually. Okay, but I want to make it easy for you. Emotions, like I said, is energy in motion, right? Do you feel love or do you see love? So, energy is not visible to the naked eye. Okay, it is working at a faster speed than our. So if you've heard, for example, people nowadays, they talk about mental health, emotional health, all of these things. And I'm glad this awareness is coming amongst people, right? Emotional stress. So if you are stressed emotionally, if the speed of energy is high and you are stressed emotionally, can you imagine the speed with which it will hit your physical material body? Example, I take my hand and I hit once. Keep doing, what will happen? Or emotional trauma, and you're going through that again and again and again and again. And that is why eventually, because it is not being released, it finds a place in the physical body to settle down there, which is why sometimes we develop problems in certain areas of the body, is because of some emotional stress or mental stress, ancestral stress, karmic stress. It is stress. Simple example, ice cube is solid. You put it on heat, you're increasing the speed of the solid material, it becomes liquid. You keep boiling the liquid, the speed is continuously increasing, it becomes gas, evaporates, right? It is not visible to the eye. So increasing the speed. What happens when it evaporates? If it touches a cold surface, immediately it becomes liquid again, right? Okay. So the speed of light is 186,000 miles per second, and this is visible to our naked eye. What I am talking about, awareness, consciousness, energy, is beyond the speed of light. So whatever is beyond the speed of light cannot be measured by any machines. Okay,
but we see the results, the
of
changes,
course.
the transformation.
So that is why the speed, if I could say it's limitless, it's limitless. And that is what, that limitless potential, why should there be a limit to that limitless potential within the tools? At the end of the day, the body will only take the assistance for whatever it requires. I tell you to do this and you decide, okay, let me do more for the person. More will come, more will come. No.
Yeah.
The body will take what it needs, the assistance, the guidance, and it will stop on its own. You cannot break a skeptical person or leave skeptical person. If anybody has a doubt, it's already like a no. It's a block. There is no trust.
Nowadays, the children are becoming completely different. But anyhow, like they are following our steps, right? Like what we are in home, right? They are their results, right? And so they already know. Also, maybe like the new generations are more highly conscious beings, right? So they are already understanding.
Yeah.
So the time came, right?
Absolutely. The younger you start, right? Like a couple of days back, one of the senior teachers, she told us about her son who started this when he was, I don't know, 6, 7 or 8 or whatever
Yeah.
age, and now he's in college. And to be able to do everything with ease and not be like overburdened or overwhelmed, but to be able to take life on with ease and to face the challenges not by saying, why me,
Uh-huh.
but to learn from it and, accept and understand. It helps you look at life with different perspectives, not limited to one perspective, but the ability to see all around, that is different. To have that way of thinking, observing, understanding is amazing. I'll tell you my story also. 10 years ago, if you asked me for this podcast, I would be scared. Really. I would be like, Zaya, what questions are you asking me? I am going to prepare all my answers. Because it was a new journey. It happened all of a sudden, unexpected. And I didn't maybe trust myself 100%.
Right.
I was doing it as a duty, as a responsibility, yes. But also one side was, yes, do I like helping others?
Yes.
That one thing is what kept me going for these many years. Did I face challenges? Oh my goodness, yes. Always. Obstacles? Yes. Being in this field, I started at the age of 22, I think. Yes, 22. Okay? So, being in this field, what does she know? How can she teach all this? Where is her experience? So many things. Oh, wow, the workshop was wonderful. The master will come back, he will teach me again, right? My confidence as a young, 20 or in the 20s, how much it would drop. My self-esteem, everything. And I would cry, of course. But each and every experience I went through was only to make me better. Really. I know I had to push myself, really had to motivate myself. So many times I said, I'm going to quit. I'm going to quit. Yeah, of course, many times. But then I always remembered that one thing. There is a result. I am able to see the result. I am able to help others. This part is my journey. It's like how wine becomes better.
Right.
So the same thing, life, if you don't make mistakes, if you don't have challenges, obstacles, how will you learn from it? It's to break all of these things. This is part of your purpose. This is part of your journey to become better. Process is only to become better. Nobody's perfect. Zaya, how you said today, just now, when we came out of the car, that your students are getting a far deeper experience than what you did. So, the process is of releasing at many different levels. If I don't create that space, there is no space to grow. So, this is what is happening year by year, day by day, second by second. When people used to question my age and teaching this, I said, why has age a judgment? Why is it a block? And it took some time, took a couple of years, okay? And then I said, wait, what is my story? Don't rely on anyone else's story. What is my story? My story was, I was born into this family. Dr. Ramesh had already, few years before I was born, started this journey. I grew up in this environment, literally nurtured in this environment with all these things being practiced every day. which is why the younger people, like you said, already
Aware.
aware. So start young. I wanted to break this block, not just for this field, for any field. All the young people, don't age, gender, nothing should matter. Just do. You trust, do it. You have questions, the answers are not outside. It is within you. And why? You need to reflect on your story since childhood. There are messages there. Keep an open mind and understand, why was I like this in my childhood? What was this driving me here? Go deep into your journey and the answers, the pathway will show its way.
We're talking about like when the parents feel happy and satisfied about the children. When we see like how they are growing in their way,
Right?
and having a healthy body, healthy like mental body, or healthy like emotional body, right? And doing the righteousness
Right.
and raising up,
Absolutely.
right? And it doesn't matter they're creating small things or the big things. We don't care.
Yeah.
But the result is the growing, right?
You all
When
are
we
parents?
see,
Good. You all should say.
Doctor is so happy that you are following his footstep, but in your own way. He said.
Oh, of course.
Uh,
Of course, in my own way. The age difference is different viewpoints also. Did we have fights? Oh, yes. Being in the same company, teaching. The way we think, the way they think is very different, generation to generation. And even the generations coming now already telling me manifestation. I said, Very good. What does it mean? Okay. To create. And I said, oh, wow.
No.
Okay. Then asking, how long does it take manifestation? I said, darling, it's not a delivery service. Okay.
Yeah.
Patience. That is the one thing all our younger generations need to develop. Patience. Because in this world, it has developed so much and we're so used to convenience. Order on Amazon, iPhone, oh, you can click, send the video immediately. Before it used to be a process, right? So, because we're in this world of convenience, the younger generations are asking how long it will take. This is the one thing I have noticed, and this is where we need to help guide them, that patience development.
Yeah.
This is what I have observed in the younger than me also. We need to adapt and be flexible. And why I'm saying this, okay? My father, of course, he went through a different life. I went through a different life. Younger generations going through a different life. And it's so easy for the parents to say, oh, you're so spoiled. Oh, you're watching the iPad all the time. But also realize, we were the ones trying to up the game, to make the technology, to create iPads, to create this convenience. So is it all there? Are they fully spoiled? Understand, it's not they, it is the generation they were born into this time. Right. So it's about understanding it from that perspective. You have to have that empathy, even with your children, even with the older generation, that okay, maybe my father doesn't understand this, how to explain in a nice way, and similarly the other way around. Little empathy in the generations, like we are growing up very, very differently, and the awareness is massively exploding, if I would say, for many different things. I'll tell you 2 stories, okay? One is of my 7-year-old niece, okay? And there was a string On the string, there were multiple beads. Okay. I was just sitting on the sofa and she says, Tarni Bua means aunt, father's sister. You know what this is? I said, no. It is a meditation string. I said, oh. What is meditation string? I just want to understand. 7-year-old, what is happening? So if you're ever angry or stressed or tired, or maybe when my sister doesn't want to play with me and you're feeling sad, see, application, right? Then take one bead and put it to the other side. When you're putting to the other side, take a deep breath in and release. And again, deep breath in and release. It will help calm you down. I said, wow. I was so happy. And her father said, maybe they should be doing something else. This is in the free time they're teaching them. I said, no, it is important. From this age, important to know how to deal with these different emotions. They're so aware of emotions. Second, my 1-year-old niece. There's this famous show, Miss Rachel. She watches on YouTube. She's 1. Okay? At the age of 1, she's telling me, I ask her, how are you? Good. At the age of 1, I love you. She says, I Lulu. Okay. But she understands. Say, give me a hug. She will take the iPhone and hug it. So that way of understanding so fast at this age. I said, wow. Then, second thing, I started coughing suddenly. And she came to me. You know how when you pat the back when you're coughing? She came and she got her water bottle. And in Hindi, we call water pani. Pai. Offering. This is the smart age coming. It is beautiful. You can impact it in a very beautiful way. These generations which are coming. Even for example, my nephew, in the morning today we spoke about math. Simple ways and things which have developed and evolved, like abacus, kumon, so many other things are there. He does abacus, okay? He's 8. His math, his mental math, the speed, wow. Okay? So it's just how evolved it is, how it can make you better. Implement it. It's good. I'm so happy. This was there for him to become good at it. So, like this, adapt to the time and use it to your advantage to create a beautiful impact. Remember one thing. Like I said, change is the only constant. So we need to adapt. We need to evolve. Okay? But your foundation, your principles, your values, keep it strong. And this, which is the variable, the change, it will flow when this is stable. And here at DRPF, we are helping you, guiding you to make this foundation strong, stable, flexible. If the foundation is not strong, the building has chances of falling. So, simple way.
Thank you very much for coming here and giving.
My pleasure.
Actually, if we continue talking about and explaining, it's endless.
No, of course.
So we go deeper and
just
deeper.
Come and experience, That's it.
And that's why, she feels very lucky actually, and dedicated some words to the listeners and who are watching, this topic or this discussion or the wisdom, whatever the interesting talk, you can say, certainly will touch your heart and explore and trigger your power in you, right? So at the end, what would you like generally to say to Mongolians, or wish, or whatever you would like to express?
My sincere wish, always, what drives me is I want to help people trust themselves. If you do not trust yourself, then how can you trust others? Number one. Number two, trust and truth are interconnected. You need to be able to trust yourself to understand what is your truth for this life, and to bring that happiness and be yourself, absolutely yourself, not what society is saying you should be like this, you should be like that. What is your heart telling you? That nurturing.